You know what I didn't enjoy more than the Suicide Squad? The first two episodes of Titans. The third one blew it out of the water for me. The first two, I was like, come on now. What the fuck?
All right. We've been dying to discuss this now. Fans out there, we're going to switch gears. We're going to get into Titans. Just fucking dropped. Titans Season 3. First 3 episodes have dropped. And Ches recently finished Season 2, which you talked about in a recent episode, I think it was, right? And so now...
Wait, so spoiler alert.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, they finally got Starfire right, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I was thinking about you as I watched.
You see?
Me too. Me too.
I liked it the whole time, but go ahead.
Now, I've been vindicated. I feel it's and the funny thing is that it's literally some Goldilocks shit. She is now literally a combination of her in season 1, her in season 2. Perfect. They got it down. And mind you, like, it's still not that things are new to her, but they just refined the character just right. I don't know what it is.
All right.
Wait,
are we gonna review episodes 1 through 3? Because did you say you haven't seen 3 yet?
No, I saw all 3.
You saw 3. Okay, cool. So this is a review of all 3.
Yeah,
right,
cool.
And
for me, like, it felt a little bit, once again, the same thing I always fucking say about this show. They could have stretched this shit. What happened at the end of Ep 3 will get there, like, but it's like, they could have stretched all this shit out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm convinced that this show is fanfare first, then they write the story underneath it. I don't think this is a story-driven show. I think this is a show of how many cool characters can we get on the screen. And it kind of works when you watch like shows like Young Justice. All these characters pop in and out. But then in this more serious world with like, you know, more realism, it's weird to have so many characters.
Because it's hard to justify so much shit. Because, and for example, this is the first live action iteration that we got of Jason Todd's death, right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's been totally disrespected. One of the biggest events in all of comic bookdom. I feel like they sweep that shit under the rug. They were like, what? Yo, that's supposed to be how an episode ends.
Ches, let's slow down. I tell the fans out there, why like how did the fucking season start?
Okay, so one of the most epic fucking moments in comic book history basically gets dwindled down to, so essentially Jason Todd is in the Batcave, right? This is like at the beginning of the episode. He's trying to track the Joker, does some fuckery with Wayne Tech, then calls Bruce, who was in God's nowhere, and they still have fucking Jorah Mormont as Bruce Wayne without dyeing his hair black, who sucks ass. and
he still has a British accent, right? Like, I still hear an accent when he speaks. Like, I don't know.
You know why that doesn't even bother me? Because they did that with Frasier. It's this weird thing, like, educated people sound English, which is condescending as fuck. But still, it is what it is.
Actually, I need to get a drink for all this stuff. So keep talking. We'll keep going. But I'm gonna get a drink quickly, man. Shit.
So fucking Jason Todd contacts Bruce, who's on a jet, asks him, hey, the Joker's doing this and that. I tracked the Joker down, yada, yada, yada. Of course, Bruce goes, don't go, because we all know what's going to happen. And Bruce is just being tactile. Hey, don't chase my biggest enemy on your own. Of course, we all know Jason Todd's going to go, just the way things work out. In the first 10 minutes of the show, we get one of the biggest moments in comic book history, and then that's it. They underplayed the shit out of that.
Yeah, I feel like this show needs to get migrated to the CW.
Nah, damn.
And they need to build a proper HBO Max DC universe, which they are going to start making more serious, high quality shows. Because after watching Loki, right, that was the last show that we saw. I have a bar, and like this show, it's supposed to be maybe it doesn't have the budget of Loki, but I expect it to be almost on par. These are DC's drama offerings for prime time, right? Like they're supposed to be solid, and this one just feels like another, no disrespect to Arrow, we love the Arrowverse here, but we know what to expect when we go to the CW. This is a CW show through and through. Like,
now I don't think. I mean, I get what you're saying, and
Right.
I kind of agree. But I enjoy the f-bombs because it cures that
Yes.
one thing I wondered:
yeah.
how do these people interact? So many crazy situations. Yo, if the Arrowverse was realistic, they would have been throwing fucks around in that Arrow cave like there
Yeah.
was no tomorrow. They would have been throwing more fucks around than Ollie was throwing arrows. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, and
it
it
feels
doesn't-
so satisfying.
Right. And it doesn't always work, right? Because I remember when I first saw the trailer of the first season of Titans, Dick Grayson's like, fuck Batman. And everybody's like, oh, he said that. And then in this one, Jason Todd is like, fuck Joker. And it was just flat. It sucked. Like,
Word.
like
It's
the
just
whole thing. I was watching it. Damn, I can't believe DC did this. I'm watching the first 2 episodes, and it was just
You see
really
what I'm saying?
cheesy.
Bro, they disrespected Death in the Family. And then they threw in the line like, oh, look, we said it. In passing.
Starfire's first line is, yeah, I know I'm hot, or some bullshit like that. I'm like, God, stop it.
Like, yo,
Don't do
Yeah,
this.
you're right.
And look, I'm going to use the C word, and I never use the C word. No, folks, I'm not afraid of saying cunt. It's there was so many cringy moments, and I save that word for when it's necessary. Too many cringy moments. It's like, oh my God. Like, yo, I felt my body tighten up during so many things. And I can't even pinpoint them, but it was like when I was watching them, like, all right, one of the stupidest ones. So I like the fact that Hank became, like a bicycle cop. Shout out to Pacific Blue on USA for back in the day, that stupid show with the bike cops. Deep cut. But the fact that Dawn came out of nowhere and just walked away in the middle of the day in her suit, like what? Well,
Like, at least have a motorcycle.
like nothing.
He's gonna walk back home in that outfit.
And for some reason,
He's just watching her walk away, like, oh yeah, he has a bike.
and then the show with Beast Boy when he was talking to himself in the room. Oh, that scene was so stupid. It would have been hot if fucking like
right, like
Raven would have replied telepathically real quick.
I honestly was confused in that scene for a good half of it because I was like, wait,
are
you telepathically communicating with her? Is that what's happening? Or are you just talking to yourself like some fucking weirdo?
Or at least fucking wasted opportunity. He could have used that shit to like shift his face into something other than a tiger. Like he's trying, like he gets like a beak like an eagle, and then they don't do it again. But no, he's talking to himself in his room while he's staring at animal videos. Like,
all right. No, that part I also thought that was weird that he's watching the animal videos, and he kind of explains because it's to learn to adapt into something else.
He was
and the fucking animals hunting animals like shit. Like
it's Beast Boy. He's about the jungle.
Not gonna judge whatever gets him off, man. Whatever, man.
Yeah, he can fuck any animal that he wants.
He just has to turn to that animal.
Turn
Yeah,
to that
exactly.
animal.
But that's the thing in mind, dude. Look, they were hinting at it, like, if you they weren't hinting.
I love we were all like, yeah, sure. As long though as he transforms into an animal. Because if it's as a human, that's weird.
It's creepy.
And that's like, what is it, like animalphilia or something?
Bestiality.
Bestiality.
Listen, due to the fact that we do have a doctor here, we do have to prioritize science.
Exactly.
But it's kind of like they could have used that shit. Like he could have turned his arm into like a gorilla arm, just like playing around and then like scared himself. But no, let's just put him there to talk. And then like, it was so
thought.
like, yo,
What can he do with that gorilla arm? Like, I don't even want to think about it.
Listen, man, Batman 69.
Damn.
But this episode made me like it kind of solidified, like actually all 3 episodes kind of solidified Hank as one of my favorite characters on the show.
Oh yeah, Hank's dope.
Because like the way they write shit for him was so good, and then the way they write for other people is so stupid. It's weird. It's like they don't know what to do
I
with
feel
the
like
characters.
even he got corny.
Yes,
I feel like even
totally.
he became a caricature of the character that he was building in the first 2. He's like,
Oh,
yeah, I
that's
eat
also
hot
true.
dogs and I drink beer.
Why is
Like,
he
I
from
don't
Brooklyn?
know.
Right.
Hot
He just became
dogs.
too much of that toxic guy. I'm like, yo, chill, dude. I mean,
Yeah, totally.
he's always been that character, but nah, damn, man, I hate to say
He's
it.
toxic and chill.
I
Go ahead.
Go.
All right, I'm just gonna finish off with this. Although all the shit we're talking gets redeemed on the last part of the third episode, I'm still in. I don't know about y'all.
I mean, I'm still
we'll
in
get
too.
to
I'm still
that.
in too.
We'll
Yeah,
get to
like
that.
it's kind of like this show's kind of like that, like a thing that like we're just gonna criticize it, but there's something about it that's really well done. There's something about it, like it has.
I got it. I got it. No, I got it.
And also, they could have, because they definitely saved some money when they repurposed the fucking training room as Gotham Central PD. It was the same set if you look at it closely. So they could have definitely done some shit with Beast Boy. Just saying.
Paying attention to that shit. You're good. Look, I agree with fucking everything you guys are saying. And you guys have known, like, I was the most, ¿cómo se dice? Anti-Titans, you know, because I didn't like Titan season 2, right? I didn't like Titan. I loved season 1. Season 2, I did not like it. It disappointed me to the point that it pissed me off. And they ended up doing one thing I said I didn't want them to do, right? Because we talked about how we loved how the transformation from Robin to Nightwing took a while. They built the story, and I was like, you better not fucking make Jason Todd the Red Hood like that. Como si nada, right? Like just fucking, and that's actually what they did, right? Fucking first episode. And like what you're saying, you're right. Disrespect to the original story, Death in the Family. Just like we don't even get to really see Joker.
Yo, thank you for mentioning that. They disrespected Joker. Yeah. They got Joker like boom here. Okay, moving on. Wait, what?
And so everything that happens in episode 1, right? Like episode 1, just fucking Jason Todd is killed. He's like addicted to some kind of drug, and like he's get beat by the Joker. Like, and like Rod said, right? Fanfare though, right? It's like they still do the nod to the story, right? It's still the Joker, it's still a crowbar. So it's like, okay, right? We get it. The other thing I think they do heavily to disrespect the fans actually and the lore is like, for me, episode 1 of this season was Bruce Wayne Batman. Like, I don't love this Bruce Wayne Batman, especially when it gets to the point where he's fucked up, right? And he kills the Joker because of this, right? And
that's another thing.
And they do this off, como se dice, off screen,
off camera,
right? Off camera. Like, and it's like these are huge things that you're doing. Like that, like you're gonna make us look. If we're watching this, it's just because, like, you know, for casual fans, people who are like, oh, this looks kind of cool, I'm gonna watch it, and you know, no, they don't give a fuck probably. But like people like us, we can't pay attention after that, you know, because it's like, what just happened? And then the way, like, even that scene, right, when like fucking Jorah Mormon, whatever his name was, goes up the dick and like kind of crying and weird and like drops, and then he like bails and he's like, all right, I'm out. He's like, how not Batman can you be, right? Like, you're not fucking Batman, you know? Like, it's not Batman. It's like that was too much to like.
It's like they swept all that shit. They underplayed all of that. That's crazy.
And what I don't like is, like, I get why they're doing it though. They're doing it to set the stage. I think that's why the first episode was so cringy, especially because it was like all this happened so fast because they're like, they want to get to the story they want to tell. And so they were doing a lot of world building in that first episode, right? Like really telling us that Alfred's dead, right? Alfred's been dead.
Another thing, I forgot about that.
Jim Gordon's been dead, right, too. And so Barbara's the commissioner now. And it's like all this stuff's happened all at the same, like kind of telling us at the same. And then Bruce Wayne is like, I don't even call him Batman. I'm just going to call him Bruce Wayne. It's like he's struggling with it in a weird way. And it's just like, I don't know. It's a lot to happen at the same time to set the stage for the story I want to tell. That being said, I think over towards the half of episode 2 and then episode 3, I'm kind of into it now. I'm like, if you ignore all that shit and just really buy the world they're saying, like, this is a shitty Batman. It just is. It's the worst Batman we've ever seen. Like, no, honestly, like in principle,
Batman shit.
And he's never Batman. He's only been Bruce Wayne because
even in the nightmare sequences.
Yeah, but that's not even Sir Jorah Mormont.
That's had some nightmare. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
We
it
don't
was like
even,
that Batman was cool. Like,
Word.
it's in season 1.
And for example, and like just to highlight things because we've been going in. The dude who played Jonathan Crane with like he smokes butts. It's like, that whole
Shout
shit
out to
was
that guy.
amazing.
Shout out
I
to
don't know who
that
that
guy.
actor is, but I've seen him in a lot of shit before.
Okay, like now we're done shitting on it. I thought that was cool. Just him and
The way he
that.
worked, yeah, that
Hey,
portrayal
he's kind of
was
like
awesome.
Calendar Man was in the Long Halloween movies.
Yeah.
Wait, we rated both of them.
Yeah,
right.
but
right.
No. The first one we still have to rate part 2 because
Did we rate part 2?
no, we haven't done
No,
part 2.
we haven't seen it. No, we haven't all seen it together. Yeah.
Yeah. So fans, that's coming up.
No, but
definitely
with that for me for that kind of stuff, the world building there, and including Scarecrow, I fucking loved it because that actor, I fucking love that actor. His name is Vincent Paul Kartheiser. If you've all seen Mad Men, I highly also recommend Mad Men, another amazing AMC show from back in the day when AMC was doing good shows. They had Breaking Bad and Mad Men. Mad Men was a great fucking show with John Hamm, and he was one of the key actors there. I loved him. I was so pleasantly surprised to see him play a Scarecrow, Dr. Crane, and I like him. I like it. He likes weeds. So it's like, okay, that's a little bit different, but that's not
that good shit.
Yeah,
but like I like that, and but my only thing is that I feel like, especially with episode 2 or 3, where because for fans out there, he's like a profiler almost that the police are using to get help because he's a doctor, right? And to help, and he's like super smart and shit, but like at some point it feels almost Riddler-ish, the kind of knowledge he has. It's like it's a mix of like Riddler's better at solving puzzles than Scarecrow, you know.
I was thinking Calendar Man just because like I mentioned, the Long Halloween. But yeah, like what I think about this show,
or Hannibal Lecter, which all that shit is based off of.
I feel like either move it to the CW or cancel it. Because I don't know. I expect so much more from these characters, and I think they're mishandled here. And like you have characters like love characters like Beast Boy, Starfire, Nightwing, and I don't know. It's just not resonating with me.
Beast Boy's the worst. Beast Boy's the worst
even character. Red Hood. I'm like, okay, you look kind of cool, but you're right now one of the biggest DC comic book characters. Like DC can make a lot of money off of the Red Hood if they execute him properly. Yeah. Like he's dope as fuck, and I think fans love him because he's a badass. But here, he's kind of cool. But it seems kind of like I'm watching one of those fan-made versus YouTube videos or some shit.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly. I felt like it was fan-made every time the camera was on Barbara Gordon.
Every fake backgrounds.
Yeah, for some reason, like for example, like I loved her as Barbara Gordon. She did a good job. I enjoyed her acting was on point. Like when she went in on Bruce, when she went in on Jorah Mormont when they were at Bruce at Wayne Manor, that scene was lit. But for some reason, I feel like when the camera was on her, I was watching some really high-end YouTube shit.
No, I thought that I didn't think about it like right there. I thought about it mostly in all the fight scenes, which are cool. They're cool fight scenes, but like that first fight scene for Nightwing with the fucking electricity in his fucking ¿cómo se dice en los sticks that he has?
Escrima sticks.
Escrima sticks. Like that to me felt very like I've seen this YouTube video, no? Like it's like from the Bat and Son or whatever, like the ones that make those kind of videos. It was that kind of quality, which was, I'm not saying it's bad, right? Because these are really good YouTube ones, but it's also, as Rod says, right? Like it's fucking HBO Max. I'm expecting a little bit more.
Not crazy about the
John
Nightwing suit
and shit. Like
no, and I'm glad you bring up the Nightwing suit too, because also I feel like I'm assuming here everybody knows their identity, right? Like, because I'm like, you see Nightwing approach Barbara Gordon in like the scene where they're gonna go into the a bank or something as Nightwing, right? And he's just this little fucking mask with his eyes. It's
called the domino mask, by the way.
Like but right, like he's talking to Barbara and then like the next scene is him as Dick talking to Barbara at the fucking Gotham precinct, and I'm like, everybody knows you're Nightwing, right? Like, because it's
that Jimmy Kimmel shit. Remember that Jimmy Kimmel skit where he meets Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent, and he comes out like, "Oh shit, don't I know you?" Like, he's mad obvious. Madam,
right?
Go ahead.
No, because and then they were talking about it, no, and they're like, she's like yelling, like, "This is the last time we allow you guys to do." I'm like, so everybody knows, right? Like, it's fine.
Yo,
right?
I thought
like,
the same thing. Like she was
not
like,
a
it was
secret.
a bloodbath. Like, wait, what? Why are you yelling? The fuck?
Yeah, right. Because like even for them, like who's like we know Dick Grayson was a cop in Detroit, but like who's Dick Grayson that's getting all this information from the commissioner? Like
Word.
here's like I'm assuming everybody knows he's fucking 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 Nightwing, no?
However, all this shit that we've been talking, you see, like this is the thing about this show. They like we talk all this shit and then they justify all that with the way episode 3 ended.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like,
fuck.
Oh shit.
Yo, legit, my mouth was hanging until the credits rolled. Yo, so fans, we just gotta know, fucking. So it ends up that when Hank goes to see Jason Todd, which is fucking that whole scene is stupid for Hank to go along with it like that. That didn't make any sense. Yeah, that made. Shout out to that dude. Good lord, he's like John Cena's son.
Yeah, that guy's like, epic as fuck.
Yo,
he probably wanted to get killed off. Watch him appear in some like crazy new shit.
OD. Fuck.
I just whatever.
They can make him a random dude from like the Weapon X project.
He could be a Guy
Red or some shit. All that shit. That dude is epic. And once again, deep cut. He was Aquaman in Smallville. Part of the original JLA.
Right.
But yeah, so Jason Todd captures him, implants a bomb in his chest, which kind of like on some Tony Stark shit was made by Wayne Tech because they make weapons that are that shitty. A bomb that you could implant in a motherfucker's chest. Like, what?
More Tech.
Yo, exactly. Even that. What kind of fucking Wayne fucking Batman does? No, that's Mormont, man. That's that Game of Thrones fucking shit that he's upset.
Mormont Tech.
Yo,
they need to kill Bruce Wayne immediately.
That's some Justin Hammer shit. Fucking.
So and off screen, like I don't want to see it. Just kill him and just move on.
So then the whole episode is about trying to save Hank. Yada yada yada. At the end, it ends up that this was the only thing that like I really liked about this like Jason Todd Red Hood thing. He switched the detonator and gave the detonator to Dawn.
Wait. No, explain it. What was the scene?
So it was kind of like a Mexican standoff, kind of something like that, because you did have Nightwing there trying to stop her. So we got no offense. I don't know if that offends you. I apologize.
I don't know actually. Maybe it does.
Now Mexican standoff is like two. No, at least
three people holding guns.
Guns pointed at each other.
So Dawn had a gun. I just wanted to use the phrase Mexican standoff.
I'm glad the Mexican doesn't know
like
about
Reservoir Dogs.
Word. So Dawn is pointing a gun at Red Hood, who's holding the detonator, which is, I think it's called the deadman switch, the way he has it rigged. And he wants him to kill her. I'm like, oh, this is some deep shit.
Yo,
he's gonna break down crying. Like, yo, kill me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be this anymore. But no, is that he's so fucking twisted that he knows what they're gonna do. This is basically Joker level.
All the while, Connor Kent is working quickly on like an anti-destructor.
Which,
right?
By the way, they took all that shit that Connor Kent could do from the Flash. Those are a Flash set of powers. That super reading, super memory retention, because there was a specific comic book where like he had to read a book to perform heart surgery or some crazy shit like that in the comics.
What is it called? His power?
Like super retention or some shit.
No, he has that other power where he can like break down technology.
Oh, that shit is called fucking tactical telekinesis.
Yeah, something like that. I thought he was gonna unlock that power.
Yeah. Technokinesis is when you can technokinesis is when you can speak to machines. He had tactical telekinesis.
Isn't that like a technopath? Is that's the same thing?
Technopath, you could speak to them. Technokinesis, you can control machines.
You sure it's not tactical telekinesis?
But that's his power. Right, yeah. Specifically, so he has to touch it to break it down.
Yeah, to understand it. Yeah,
that added to the intensity of the scene.
Yo.
Right, but go ahead, Chaz. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was dope as fuck. I enjoyed that whole thing, but because I think it happened so quick. So it was that when Dick told her Dawn they got it, she got surprised and pulled the trigger.
No, she hadn't heard yet. She didn't even know.
Oh, okay, yeah. I saw that shit. Yeah.
I'm thinking, and Miguel, you could back me up on this.
I was a little bit high.
Why didn't he go with an earlier version, like a 15% fail rate? Like that's still 85%.
Yeah, but when it comes to blowing a motherfucker up, he could. That's a lot of wiggle room.
No, I agree. I did think the same thing because I was thinking too, like, bro, like 1%, 8% margin of error. That's like, I don't know, man. Like,
and mind you, you
yeah,
conduct
exactly,
studies. So coming from you,
obviously, but nobody what you're saying is right because
Right, no, you're right,
we
you're
are
right.
saying it's one life though, so
Yeah, no,
that's
that's
very
true, it's
important.
true.
And
That's
so because I don't
100%.
know if it's like because I'm even thinking like isn't he fast enough to just rip it out and fucking throw the bomb away or something, you know, before impacting
nah. But the
Hawk?
thing is,
Oh,
the way it
nah.
wasn't planted, they said it was tied around his like a coronary
Yeah.
artery. So if
Yeah,
you would
so
have
he would
ripped
have
it
been
out, it would have
fucked,
like
yeah.
it would have been fucked.
Right.
But
But
the,
exactly, but I agree. But with his super speed, though, I do feel like if you could, because honestly, for instance, if Dub wouldn't have gone rogue, he would have done it. Right?
which
He would have done
that then that whole thing, like you have her taking the moral
Yeah.
high ground just to go so low out of nowhere, which I kind of appreciated that, but it was kind of dumb. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
I
Bro,
get
that
it.
was dope.
No, I get it. I get it because like it's like I love that because like she gave shit to Hawk for going rogue, right? Which rogue, which we would expect it from him, and then for her, like
facts. Yeah,
she realized, yeah, she fucking loves him. Like they're a fucking Hawk and Dub, you know,
some
and
destiny
it's
shit.
like because I immediately was thinking like I would kill Jason Todd like that, like without a thought. Like if it's for the love of my fucking life, like nah, I'm not even like fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm just gonna deal with the consequences of killing somebody if it means saving. So I get that. Like I don't know. I felt like that was dope for her to do that, and then that fucking a switch, you know, from Jason Todd that it's like actually the moment she pulled the trigger to kill Jason Todd, actually detonated the bomb in fucking Hawk's chest.
Wait, I have thoughts.
Go ahead.
The fighting in Dawn's scene was fucking stupid. I love the way that she used the suit, the wings, the knives. That was all dope. Her moves look so unrealistic. It's like it's like a quote unquote a bird fighting style. It looks stupid.
Damn, I actually liked that little fight scene where her.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And I thought
parts
she
of
looked
it were
improved
good.
too.
Parts
She came
of
with a
it
new
were dumb.
hairstyle.
Oh yeah, I thought that too. Like, why isn't her hair always braided like that? What's
Yeah, she looked cooler.
Yeah,
but the silly part was when she walked away in broad daylight. I was watching that scene. I'm like, yo, this looks so silly.
She's going to Comic-Con.
No, but yo, I can't believe they redeemed. Like I suffered through most of those first 3 episodes, and I'm glad they released all 3. Because then at the end, when they blow up Hawk, and then like Connor speeds in right there and sees the flames hit him, that was all beautiful.
You took the words out of my mouth because they had the most innocent member of the squad see life being extinguished and him having to process that shit. And then the best part was when akin or maybe even better to Starro's line was when Dawn asked what happened.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm.
Yo, that shit.
That scene, dude. That scene where like, because Jason Todd's like, "Oops, I actually put the detonator there. Oh my bad." And then like you can see that moment where like Dawn is like fucking
she can't process what happened.
Like, wait,
like,
and
she
then
literally cannot process.
And like Dick doesn't even say anything, right? Like he kind of just looks at her and it's like, and then it hits her, and she fucking breaks down, and like Dick holds her. Oh my god, that was like that. That whole episode was intense.
Yo, I just got goosebumps. And then, I'm calling this right now. This is how they're gonna bring another obscure character, except they're gonna turn it into a woman. Dawn is gonna stop being Dove, and she's gonna become Kestrel, and she's gonna kill Jason Todd.
Damn, you went deep.
Actually, though, in terms of fanfare stuff, though, in the comic books, I'm not a big I'm not knowledgeable about Hawk and Dove at all. But the one thing I do know, Hawk does die though in the comic books, and he is brought back in Blackest Night, the fucking dopest fucking event from Green Lantern stories. So for him to die, it feels pretty canon though, pretty okay, right? You're killing Jason Todd, you're bringing him back. All right. It's not too bad. I don't love it, of course, but the way they did it, it was fucking beautiful.
And this is another thing.
Yeah,
that was dope as fuck. Ballsy writing. I give him props, even though I was really enjoying Hank. And also, he's one of the Titans that pulled off his suit the best, maybe the best, actually, low key. They could have done that in episode 4, but maybe I don't know. I'm torn because like it justified the shittiness of the first two, but I felt like they could have dragged that out.
So you're right, I guess. But at this point, honestly, I'm with it. I'm liking the show. I didn't like the first episode for two things, right? One thing is they did what I didn't want them to do is like speed things up, right? Like just immediately make Jason Todd dead and Red Hood. Boom. I'm like, I don't like that. But I feel from episode 2, I got into it because it seems to be paying off because I honestly don't know how is he back from the dead? Why is he doing what he's doing? And I'm intrigued.
Facts.
And I'm intrigued. I'm actually curious, right? And we know that he was taking some drug before he killed him, before he got killed by the Joker, that removes his fear, right? Because he's traumatized from the last season, from nearly falling to death.
Yep.
And so makes me think Scarecrow's involved somehow, right? Because Scarecrow's done that before in the comics, and I think in the some show too.
Maybe he went to visit Scarecrow for the formula.
And so he got So he got the separate formula, right? The flip side of it to remove. So I think that's kind of cool. I don't know how is he back from the dead. I don't know that, right? So I'm intrigued, right? I don't love that Red Hood's kind of helping the criminal empire though, like there. Like I don't like that, but I'm intrigued enough to see like what the fuck is happening. So since that, I'm in it. And
well, to be fair, that's comic accurate. I respect the fact that they did the duffel bag scene justice. That was not underplayed.
Damn,
I appreciate it.
Justice.
Really?
No,
that shit was dope.
It was pretty good. Like, no, go ahead.
No, that's it. Like,
but for me,
okay. So, okay. Let me give you my final review.
Dude.
I think that it was a hard sell at the beginning. I'm already thinking like damn, like season 2 was a guilty pleasure because it got a bit silly, but it still was close enough to season 1. This one seemed to be completely detached from season 1 and building more silliness that started in season 2. But Red Hood automatically trumped Deathstroke, right? He's already just by doing that one move with the gun, he's already more dangerous, more like crazier. Because Deathstroke killed Aqualad by mistake, right? He's aiming for the embassy, embassy lady from Themyscira.
Yeah. Like it was Aqualad's fault. Like,
yeah, but then this guy did some fuck shit where he made Don kill Hawk. That's some fucking 7 shit, yo.
Bro, that's Shakespearean level.
Yo, just the whole thing with like, because I'm honestly thinking, right, like Jason Todd has to have cameras in the manor, no? Because Hawk just talked to Dove about like, I'm gonna kill Jason Todd. I don't give a fuck. He's killed people, and then he gets a phone call from Jason Todd like, I need you. I really need your help, and then he convinces Hawk to fucking call all this shit, strip down naked, swim, and then get his ass. I'm like, yo, Jason Todd is fucking epic. He's kicking ass. But from the comments about the CW and this, and like, hear me out. I hope they don't fuck it up because they haven't done that one thing I didn't like from the last season where they crammed stories and characters, right? Because last season we had Deathstroke and Jericho and like Lady Deathstroke, whatever, I forgot, Rose Wilson. And then we had the same time Connor, Kent, and Crypto. And it was like, and Jason Todd's issues. And there was so much going on. So far right now, it's really all about Jason Todd. It's focused on what the fuck happened to Jason Todd. And I like that.
We're also going to get Blackfire eventually. So that's going to happen.
Right, and we're getting hints at that, right? Because there's that whole other shit that's happening that I just ignore completely, where fucking Starfire gets this purple energy on her, and then gets confused and lost, and then it goes away, right? So it's like, all right, but in terms of the CW, so one, I like that. It's relatively, ¿cómo se dice? Focused, and if they bring, ¿cómo se llama? Blackfire.
Oh, Blackfire. Yeah.
Blackfire. Hopefully it's connected to the story though, right? I don't want it to be separate because even before, actually, Blackfire before and Starfire were like a separate. There were so many stories in season 2, so many things happening. If it's still within related to Jason Todd, I'm with it. But I feel like they're finding a good sweet spot right now between CW silliness and kind of HBO grittiness that I like. That I right now I'm like letting go of expectations, and I'm like, all right, I'm expecting cringy, silly shit that's visually very well done, though. I think that visually it's gotten better right now. I think the cinematography, Gotham City looks real and vivid, and like the Wayne Manor, the Batcave. We saw the Batcave. We saw like a holographic fucking T-Rex and shit.
Oh,
like,
the trophies. That was dope.
Yo, so it's like, all right. Visually, it's cooler. The script is still, not, but I feel like it's finding now a sweet spot in between. It's not as silly as CW. It's obviously not as serious as an HBO show. It's finding somewhere in between that I feel like if you stay like this, I'm okay with it. Like I'm liking it. I hate the Batman stuff for sure though. So that's one thing. But if we remove that, like it's not. And Nightwing suit, I don't like Nightwing suit at all.
I'll give these 3 episodes a solid 7.5.
I'm gonna second that.
Yeah,
I would have given it a 7 if not for that last scene.
See, you see what I'm saying? Like it's valid. So 7.5 for the first.
Got him.
No, exactly. There's some good shit there. Like Red Hood.
It has many redeeming qualities.
Like, yo, what a way to go for Hawk. He got played. He lost to Jason Todd, and then he got killed by his love. Bro, he got played.
And then he literally gets his heart broken.
Oh. And everything else. Exactly. No, because and even that's what I mean about the CW shit, right? Because it's like they have these stupid things, right? About like the stupidness of like Hawk, like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go by myself. Yeah, I'll get naked, whatever, which is stupid. But then all the scenes of him talking to each member of the Titans are like, nah, don't worry. And then and I loved him from the beginning, like, nah, like we're gonna do this, we're gonna be fine. And then as the episode progressed, he was more like, I'm really afraid. I'm really concerned. Go, guys, hurry up, and like telling Dick like on the phone, like, I'm really afraid right now. I loved it. I felt like it's so they have these moments of good acting, good script, real fucking things, silly shit at the same time. And I'm like, okay, I'm with it. And then fucking Jason Todd doing this. Like, what is happening? Why is this happening?
He just dips. After that, I think Nightwing hugs Dawn. They look up and he's gone. He did the Batman after ending all their careers, bro.
Facts. Dude, that shit fucking can't wait for episode 4. Yo.
Word.
Yeah.
And OD. And on that note, I just want to give a quick shout out to HBO Max before we leave for finding a better intro than Netflix. Because at the beginning of the show, you get like the little, graphic from HBO Max. It beats like the ba-bong from Netflix, that jarring shit when the app opens. Shout out to HBO Max for coming up with something tasteful. And on that note, love you, gentlemen. Glad we're back. My heart feels happy. I have so much dopamine in my system right now. Love you guys. This is Ches. We are the Legion. Deuces.
This is Miguel. Bye.
This is Rod. Peace out.
Peace.